Top of the morning to you from the Eastern Sierra. Yes, I'm still in the Eastern Sierra. I have decided to take a different approach this year, going into my third year of the nomadic life, and stay in each spot a little bit longer, and especially if it's a spot that I love. It's easier on me, it's easier on wear and tear on the truck, and it just makes for a more enjoyable experience. And I get to see a lot more of the areas that I'm in and have it at least feel like home for a bit. Having said that, I've not been here the entire time since I checked in with you last. I did go home. I went back down to Southern California to attend my nephew's graduation party, visit with family, and I spent a few days down there. It was really nice. I got to hang out with my little new baby nephew, and it was absolutely wonderful. On the drive back here, unfortunately, I had some excitement. My steering seized up on my truck and my brakes were not working properly. I pulled over to the side of the road right off of Highway 395, looked under the hood, and my serpentine belt had broke. Here's a little bit of how that went down. Good morning. I wish I could say it was a good morning. However, it isn't. I am broken down on the side of the road, Highway 395. North, I was headed back up to the Sierra after visiting family and attending some family events. And something went wrong with my car. My steering felt really funky. It kind of locked up, and I pulled over, looked under the hood, and my main serpentine belt has snapped. So I'm currently waiting for a tow truck to tow me to Ridgecrest, California. Luckily, I'm only about 6.5 miles away from Ridgecrest. And unfortunately, they're telling me that the garage at AAA has suggested that I be towed to. It's very busy, and it could potentially be a couple weeks out. Temperatures have been record-breaking here in the hundreds. I actually left at about 3:30 this morning to try to beat the heat, but now I'm stuck on the side of the road and it's starting to get hot. As I've said before, life is not always peaches and cream out here. I will keep you posted after the tow truck arrives and I talk to the garage. I will know more after that, how the next few days will unfold. I'll keep you posted. There's my tow truck. This is Steven, my tow truck driver. Got me all hooked up.
What we've done, we've taken out the slack, so that was when I put it in neutral, it doesn't roll backwards.
Awesome. He brought the big guns out so we don't have any issues. I want to thank Steven for his kind, upbeat, and positive, we're going to get you taken care of attitude. It went a long way in alleviating my stress levels. Well, my truck will be done today, but it's going to take all day. So I'll be here at the repair garage for a while. Both the towing company and the mechanic initially told me that repairs were at least 2 to 3 weeks out. They were so swamped. I was thinking that I was probably going to have to leave my rig there and have a family member come get me from Southern California and just go back and hang out there for a couple of weeks. But after the owner over at Rusty Warren's Automotive looked under the hood, he saw that it wasn't too big of a deal, and he assured me that they could get it done that day. I did, however, have to stay there the entire day. But I'm very lucky. I consider myself extremely fortunate that not only did I break down close to Ridgecrest, I was only about 6 miles away from Ridgecrest, which is a pretty big town, but also that I was able to, to get in there, that they were so kind and squeezed me in and got me back on the road as soon as possible. It did mean, however, that I missed my entry date for a backpacking trip. I was supposed to start a backpacking trip later on that afternoon. I left town very early, home very early at 3 a.m. in the morning to try to make this backpacking trip, and unfortunately I didn't do it, but I have some other adventures planned, and it's still going to be awesome, and I'm going to try for another permit before I leave the area. There is already a wildfire, unfortunately, in the Sierra. It was caused by lightning, and it's down in the Mount Whitney area, the Lone Pine area. It's Alabama Hills fire. They did shut down the Mount Whitney portal so that people who had intended to summit Mount Whitney weren't able to go. There was evacuations, and I did see that passing through on my way back up here. Fire season has started, unfortunately. I hope that they get that under control and that there aren't many others starting anytime soon. I won't be having any big breakfast today because I do need groceries, so it's just going to be a Cliff Bar, and I am going to go back into town and do some of the similar chores that I showed you in the last video, so I'll spare you that. And then I think there are supposed to be some thunderstorms today, so I believe tomorrow is the day that I'll go out and adventure, and I'd like to explore an area of the Sierra that I haven't visited since 2018. So that is the plan as of now. Anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and get the day going. I have to get camp finished being set up. I just rolled in, late yesterday. So I'll do that and then I'll head on into town. It's lunchtime, and I think I'm going to stop at my favorite Mexican food place in Mammoth, and that is Roberta's. You should never shop for groceries on an empty stomach, so I'm making sure that doesn't happen. Roberta's never disappoints. My taco was amazing. Good morning. I am picking up with you the next day after town. I just came back to camp and got some work done. Had a wonderful night's sleep. It's so quiet and peaceful out here. I just love it. Today, the plan is to head north and check out some of the beautiful scenery and lakes around the Bridgeport area. It's been quite a long time since I've explored that area, and I think it's about time. It's about due. So that is what we're gonna do. And yeah, let's get going. What a stunning drive up. The wildflowers are going off, especially the lupine. It was just covering the hillsides. Absolutely gorgeous. This is the Virginia Lakes area of the Sierra. It is about 15 miles south of the town of Bridgeport. As you can see, it's beautiful. It's a little less crowded up here. I actually had intended on doing the Rainbow Falls Devil's Postpile hike today, but after seeing how crowded town was, I decided to go somewhere a little less populated. We will do some hiking around here before moving on. There's several stops that I'd like to make today. It smells amazing in here. The pines smell awesome. That was so beautiful. There are several alpine lakes if you keep continuing up the trail, which I highly recommend checking out if you have the time. It's a beautiful place to backpack as well. Right now, I am going to head to the town of Bridgeport. Inquiring minds want to know, do you prefer the woods and the forest, or do you prefer above tree line and the alpine area? Let me know in the comments below. Bridgeport sits at an elevation of 6,463 feet. It is in the middle of Bridgeport Valley. Bridgeport is located at the intersection of US Route 395 and State Route 182. The first post office opened at Bridgeport in 1864. I made the executive decision to have a soft serve cone for lunch. Bridgeport is a super cute town with lots of history and an amazing soft serve cone. I'm heading off to Twin Lakes, which is right outside of Bridgeport. It's a couple of alpine lakes, and I've never been there, so this will be my first time, and I'm excited to check it out. though it is drop dead gorgeous up here, it's also super busy. Lots of people. It's pretty easy access, and I guess these lakes are known for really good fishing, so pretty popular, but absolutely beautiful. There's one more lake I want to check out before heading back to camp, and that is Lundy Lake. The day started out without a cloud in the sky, and now the thunderclouds are rolling in. And this trip began with me breaking down on Highway 395, but look how it unfolded. It wasn't the trip that I intended to bring to you, the backpacking trip, but that is called making lemonade out of lemons. With that beautiful scenery, who could be mad? Nature makes everything better, I will tell you that much. Thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. I always appreciate you guys watching and coming along, and I will see you on the next one. See you soon. Bye-bye.